These are the three arches of the hands. This is Maddie, and she'll be demonstrating squeezing this stress ball. And now I'd like you to do it, but with the base of your index finger going towards your palm. And then I would like you to do the same, but with your pinky instead. Thank you. This is now the narration portion of this video. In the uncued squeeze at the beginning, the longitudinal arch was most activated. There was a compensation that occurred in the bicep. There was a little bit of flexion, which caused the forearm to move up a little bit. And this was to allow for more force when squeezing that stress ball. After the first cue of imagining the base of the index finger moving towards the center of the palm, it was an initial change to the distal transverse arch being the primary hand arch that was activated, and then it returned to the longitudinal arch. There was a little flexion in the wrist and a slight pronation before returning to the natural position. The extrinsic muscle for this is the flexor digitorum profundus and the flexor pollicis longus. The intrinsic muscle for this is the thenar muscle, the hypothenar muscle, and the interosseous muscles. The brachioradialis is most likely the muscle that was activated during the slight pronation. In the second cue, it was that the base of the pinky was moving towards the center of the palm, the opposite of the first cue. And in this one, we see that the proximal transverse arch is what is first activated before going back to the longitudinal arch. There was no pronation this time, which was similar to the uncued version, but there was a slight extension of the wrist. The extending muscles are the three extensor carpal muscles. The extrinsic muscles are the extensor digitorum communis and the flexor digitorum profundus, and the intrinsic muscles are the lumbricals and the interosseous muscles. With poor hand arch engagement, it can lead to injuries involving the extrinsic and intrinsic muscles that support these arches. If the arches of the hand are weak, they will conform less to the objects that they hold, and there'll be less balance in the hand as well, and an improper distribution of force, which leads to more use in those muscles, and that can lead to damage. The biggest example of this is carpal tunnel syndrome, which is where the median nerve in the carpal tunnel gets compressed from the tendons that help with finger flexion. These tendons will become larger and overused from improper arch engagement, which will lead to the compressing of that nerve.